Hello, welcome to Sunday, August 13, 2023 weekend market review. Okay, let's get real quickly. It should be up and running properly and look like it is. Okay, I got Nvidia chart right. That was my bad trade of the week. Let me talk about it and then we can move on to other things, right? Always get the ugly stuff out first. All right. Yeah. All right. So I wrote a bunch of put spread um, during the week, and most of them was sold um, on Monday and Tuesday, even last week. And then of course I wrote more on the big move on Wednesday. Thankfully, I wrote them way able. That's why I wrote additional spread 405, 400, but I had a 410. No, no, I take that back. I had a 410, 405 spread. And then during Wednesday and Thursday, I wrote 400, 395 spread. All right, get that straight. And wrong. It came down, it sliced right through easily. It tried to get back Thursday, but you can see this week. And then it came right down to reference low. Okay, so this is not a random spot that it came down to, right? Not a random spot. You can take a look at was there you go. Add drawing. Break, the rejection, the retest, the breakout, the check back, and off we go, right? So do I think it will violate this? It can, right? It can. Where did I sow additional spread going out the next couple of weeks? Way down here, okay? I'm talking 370, 360 down here. In a week or two, the 100-day moving average will rise up into the 370, low 370-ish. So we'll see. I mean, I'm not. Can it come down and meet the 100 MA? I think that's very possible in a week or two, if the market continue to retrace. Okay, the the pain trade for the short lasted 6 weeks, and now the pain trade for the long can last more than a week or two, right? It can happen. Given that, I did add additional share at 407. I did grab some share near the low Friday at 407. Um, if I like it at 430, 440, even 450, surely I like it at 407. I would add more. I think if you have a desire to have exposure to semi going out a year, even 6 months, even Christmas, I think here is not a bad spot to buy. Sure, last earning was insane, right? That's why you had this pop. So much has been built into the game, right? As far as good numbers. So we'll see. Horizon. Hey, if I add share down here in the low 400, and for what crazy reason it popped 20%, yeah, you think I'm not gonna get out and take my $75 gain? So it is oversold, no question about it. Okay, so no, but does not mean that it can't go lower. The last time it met the 100 MA was a long time ago, way in December. Okay, so long ago, long before AI become, it is a buy. Okay, if you have been missing out on Nvidia for the past 3-4 months, then okay. All right, let's take a look at QQQ. We got what we expect. Long wait. thought for sure the path of least resistance was a 50 MA. Was short, I wouldn't add to the short. If I was long, I don't think I want to add to the long. The first spot that it can go down to is right here. Why? Okay, let's draw a, to show where it is. Okay, and why. Similar to Nvidia, right? First, you have multiple day where it wick and reject, right? And then you get the breakout, and then you get the check back, right? So can we see 357-ish, 358? I say yes. That would be line of defense. Sure, you have it technically went back to the ref low, right? You can see here it wicked 3 times in 4 days. Yeah, so it's there. We are at ref low where there was a gap fill, right? See, there was a gap up. It was a support before. Does not mean that it's gonna stop going down. That's why I said if I was short, I don't add to it. If I was long, I won't add to it either. I wait for this, okay? In fact, I'm gonna put an alert right here. Create an alert, just in case. So I want to see if that tested, then I think selling put spread at the 100 MA is a good bet for the long term. If you have a long-term horizon, I think that's the area where it's a no-brainer to jump in and buy, okay? Because then you would have had 10% plus correction, right? So this is not even, has it been even 5%? Let's take out the calculator. Has we even had a 5%? 6.24, 387.98. Oh, okay, 5.6%. So we get a 5%. Can we get 10? The answer is yeah, down here. Okay, it's a rising 100 MA. I think, yeah, I like that. Okay, I definitely would would buy the QQQ down there all week. Let's draw a line right there. I wouldn't bet on the 50 MA holding given the sentiment of the market, and further we can go. Okay, once again we can go down another 100 MA, right? It's been a long time. What? Down here back in March, and then we get the big breakout move. Okay, so it can, as crazy as it sounds, it would wipe out everyone's gain in the last 3 months if it happened in the next 2 weeks. Okay, so watch out. It could be treacherous. The market give, and the market will take back what it gave in the last 3 months. Just watch out. Earnings season is more than halfway, more like 2/3, if not even more, 3/4. So the catalyst to move higher is missing for a lot of stock. If anything, many stock that had good earning is below where they were at earning. Okay, many stuff, all the industrial stuff. So, but even then, the is going to hold up where it is right now, and it likely will come down and touch the 50. Okay, the 50 will come up right where the level of support was, right? So move, it lasts literally a month, okay, and then mid-November. Okay, so we are literally you can, if you want to count, end of July. Okay, we're halfway through. Okay, so I saw a lot of put spread last week, this week, 94, 91, even 93, when I was able to get 15 to 16 cents on 93 and 90 spread. I saw a fistful of them as well. They all adds up. If I saw a dozen or so at 12 to 16 cents, okay. All right, let's move on to energy. Very strong. very strong, but I think watch out. The last too far, right? Hate oil down here, love oil on the way up, and I don't see that they're pushing it to the level where it's time to go. Okay, it is. Now, it doesn't mean that you can't trade. So if you like USO, I think Chevron on, but okay, it's I think it's kind of at a downtrend, right? It's could it be a breakout? You never know, right? It can. To me, I like Chevron the most out of the last time it got here. Okay, going back 8 months, it's time to go, right? So Warren Buffett is not buying. He was buying down here, 58. Buy down there, not up here. Um, ExxonMobil, I like less than Chevron. That's why. Because it ran. It ran a lot. It ran from 101, 100, 10% plus. Okay, it has a 10% more to do a bear put spread up there. Okay, if it get above 115, I will probably do a 117, 113, something like that put spread. Okay, so it's a good thing. It popped, but of what I bought down here. Okay, I held on to all of my remaining share, and then I kind of kicked myself for not stopping out up here. But then I bought some share down here on this ugly move here, and then I have sold them all up here. So what's left are the share that I had before this move. Okay, so big game, but yes, that's what's left. Pfizer, Little Life, yeah, it's. I think the bigger move is maybe 3 months out. Okay, I think 3 months out. I think I've been saying this year over year comparison because of the COVID vaccine. I think finally will be over next quarter. I think you're gonna have better comp, easier comp next quarter, right? So you need to go through that. JSK, once again, I was thinking, I was waiting, ready to pull the trigger to trim, but that didn't happen. That's okay. That's simple. I will buy more in this gray zone, and I will sell. Get up to this resistance up here where the gap downwards and fill the gap. Well, with pharma and biotech, it's all about drug approval, right? So I have no, but for now, I say if you have some, trim some. Okay, it has been a nice move off the bottom. If you bought down here, congratulations. It was painful for literally 2 months, and then bang, it happened. Okay, bang, it happened. ARGX, been watching that. It was riding crazy, right? Crazy, absolutely crazy. But I would not be touching it. I even at this 474, 475 level, I don't think that's gonna hold. Okay, it's a no touch for me. Now the other speculative play is one of those things where would I add down here if I see I think the risk reward is worth it. Hey, the last time it touched, we are about the same amount of time now. So yeah, I don't mind adding down here. Okay, in fact, I would mind double up from 25 to 50. All right, it's now the other risky biotech play that I have added some is right here. I put an alert at 49.5, and when the trigger, I was buying. Um, I have a dozen shares, but I am thinking about taking it to 25 share. Okay, so if there's more weakness below 49, I definitely would double down, okay, from like 12 to maybe even 25. So yeah, it's okay. There's time between now and it's a trim for sure. No need to be in there right now. Um, what else? What other drug do we need to look at? I think we should be done. Okay, let's move on to med device. Ugly, but Abbott came down to a trend. Okay, a trend line, lower, uh, higher low, higher high. Okay, so could this be the move that is going up down here? I saw a bunch of put spread last week. I had to sweat it up, okay, because it was 105, 102 going into Friday, and I had to sweat it out. In fact, 98 would be the highest spread I would sell going forward. When I sell those 105, 102, I had all three moving average to protect me, and that didn't protect much, okay? What came into protection was more the ref, okay? See? It's like I said, no, it was ugly. It was not a pleasant trade to be in. Now, Medtronic came down, basically test the ref low, right? Bounce, but we'll see. The entire sector is being sold, okay? Even the support, and then they say it doesn't care, okay? It's just one of those situations that was dumping without any kind of discrimination. But it is, this area has been the zone of support. So yeah, it was ugly. Uh, Left quite a lot of money on the table, which I said stop. Okay, but once the stop was gapped down, and I was waiting for it to maybe bounce to trim, but it never bounced. It was just like a, once it crossed this, I'm just like, you know, my bad. I could have sold for 3 months, but nope, it didn't happen. Mistake. Own up to it. I'm thinking about adding. Not yet, not right here, but the one that I definitely want to stay away is, of course, Intuitive Surgical. I don't like it at all. And I talk about this. This is the one that, sure, it was their device that they use to do the gastro surgery. It's an uphill battle now. Okay, with all the diet drugs coming out, I see this is a long-term pain for ISRG. The more popular the diet drugs is going to take hold going forward, less people are going to spend the big money to get gastro surgery. Okay, so you can't have both. You can't have people rushing out buying the diet pill and then people still line up to get the surgery to lose weight. No, that I don't see it. Let's take a look at banks. KRE. Yeah, I mean, I think it was the time to go, right? Um, I still have down here. So I've been selling naked put, yes, naked put 46 of weeks. Okay, ever since it break 46 and head to 48, there's no more catalyst. Okay, there's no more catalyst to push it higher. Earning is basically done for many of the regional banks. Okay, and I think it can go sideways for a while. If you want to play it safe, sell put spread 40, 41 if there are juice down there. Okay, use the 50 as your protection, right? Because it can come down. Make no mistake about it, it can come down. Bank of America can go sideways too, right? This was an area that was support. and we thought we have all good. That's the key. Okay, this I was watching this. I talk about this for older. Okay, it's a if that was broke cleanly, oh, there was so much room to run, but it didn't. Goldman Sachs, would I sell put spread below? Yes. Okay. Yes. Down here. Okay. Down here. On weakness, on further weakness. Okay, I'm gonna put on alert. Create alert. Yeah. Gap fill. Okay. I will do a 320, 320, 320, 315 put spread. Yeah. Easy peasy. Okay. That has been money for the past 5 months. Okay. Sure, that was 2 weeks of pain here, but buying Goldman Sachs outright at the 315 level has been a winning trade for those that are able to buy whenever it dropped below 320. Yeah, it's not, you shouldn't be worried when you buy Goldman Sachs down there. Okay. Um, Speaking of biotech before, forgot to do the XBI. Okay, I sold 79.76 spread as well as 76.73 spread. It looked when this big move down, but thankfully it bounced. As far as next week, I had 76, and that's okay, right? On further weakness, I'm not gonna do anything above 76. Okay, XBI can come down in a hurry. All right, so right now I rather just keep my 76, 73, and be ready to, maybe. All right, let's take a look at big tech. Meta out over the 20 MA for 3 months, and then we tested, and then we pop on earn. I say testing the 50 is very likely. I would not add to Meta until that point. Okay, to me, that is a good area. It's a good. Let's go back out. Okay, this is an area of a breakout. Okay, you can do even like below the 50. I think it can easily overshoot the 50. In fact, I'm gonna put an alert. Create alert below. Buy the dip? Question mark. Okay, because so to me, it's Meta testing the 50 very likely. Can it test that? Can it overshoot the 50 and test the 288-ish level? Yeah, but yeah, I think if that down there, then selling put spread down here is a no-brainer, right? Because you get the ref low. You get the ref low 255 spread. Yeah, that would be an awesome play. Okay, if we have a dump below the 50 and this alert trigger, you bet I'd be selling put spread down here to 60 to 55. But if there is a pop above the 20, if I'm wrong and the bulls are back, then I would use the 20 as my stop. Okay, which is still pretty good, like 307, 308-ish. I think a lot of the tech stock chart for the big tech is going to be similar. We'll see. Microsoft. Oh, Microsoft is even worse. It's already retraced near the 100 MA. So yeah, if you want to buy the dip, that might be the spot. Okay, that might be the spot. I have an alert there. If the alert go off, I think I might buy the dip. Maybe 290, 285. Yeah, down there at the gap fill, way down here for protection. But yeah, Microsoft has technically given. If you bought Microsoft in late May, you basically back to even Steven. Okay, so that's how ugly Microsoft has done. It has completely retraced. Okay, retrace Apple. Let's talk about Apple. I did buy some Apple, a couple shares at 177. I had an order in for the at 177. Even as the 100 MA was rising, I said, I'll leave it there, and it did trigger. So I did re-enter into Apple after a long absence. The question is, what now, right? Will the 100 hold? It better hold for the NASDAQ to not go down further, but since I'm predicting that the NASDAQ can go down, then I think we have room to go. Okay, where? At the least, the gap fill. There's a gap, okay? There's a gap. Where? 175.77. Okay, so I'm gonna put an alert right here. I'm gonna put an alert below. Fill the gap. And then, if that's the case, what would I do? I would likely sell a put spread at the next gap below, which is 160. So you have another gap, right? So I would do like a 165, 160 gap put spread down here. That's what I would do. Okay, I'm gonna draw the line right there so that you see. So the game plan is, if I get the alert, put in an order to maybe enable the share there, sell put spread 165, 160. All right, let's take a look at Amazon. The strongest of the not a pretty sight. Okay, sure, it looked better than the rest of the big tech, but still, you get this gap up and then nothing but down. It can't be a good thing. Okay, it can't. No doubt. The silver lining is it has done better than the other big tech, but still, you don't want you never want to see a gap up and slide down. It's nice to see a gap up and go sideways, but not this. Okay, so now if you want to buy Amazon, wait into the 20. Wait into the 20. The 50 is of course lining up with the gap fill. But if you want to be bold, okay, because you have quite a bunch of support above, right? You get, first of all, you get the as far as your support. So do a 127, 124 kind of put spread, tight spread. That would be the spot I would do if I was to do any. Tesla, oof, much worse, right? Much worse. It's at ref low. Like I said, like all of these, okay, the bot was in control. Okay, all the bots was in control because all the decline not ran at the ref low, ref high, than the moving average. Okay, as you can see, and just take a look at the moving average is the key indicator. It is important, but keep in mind, okay, using TA is all about everything. You have to take a look at trend, support, resistance, moving average, ref low, ref high, you name it. They all play a part. If you just use blindly the moving average, it doesn't work, okay? But now it is at a ref low. Where next? The gap fill, right? Pretty simple. Level to level. Okay, there is, you don't have to like overthink. At or below. Gap fill. Right? That's next. Should the market what would you do? I would say if this gap fill happen, I would be selling 215 fill and the 100 MA is my protection. Okay, so all the gains for everyone that bought after this gap up, right, on since June, first week of June, if you whatever you're doing, okay, it's gone. All the gain is gone unless you are a quick trader. If you bought in whole the last 3 months, it's gone. It's done. Okay, so it's that it can take away, right? So, all right. Before I go, let's hit up the staple, Coke. Would I add down here? I'm waiting. If I see below 60, you know, I buy. I buy back. Okay. So Coke, no need to do anything here. Pepsi, I'm more inclined to sell put spread down here. Now, if Pepsi come down to 180, I'm put an alert. I think I would buy a few shares. Buy the dip. 75, 170. Yeah, I like that, right? Would I mind getting 100 share assigned to me below 175? No. McDonald's. Yeah, I said there's nothing to do up here. Okay, McDonald's has been just, I'm just watching, and it's coming up to a trend line that I think will fail. Let's see. Let's extend this buy zone. Edit property. Let's extend this buy zone. Okay. I like the buy zone. I like the 200-day moving average coming up. The last time it touched that, almost, right? You get a nice run. So yeah, 280-ish, right? Yeah, come on down. I will be selling put spread down there. So for me, if it come down to 280, I will buy some share. I would probably look to sell put 75 to 70, okay, in that zone. But yeah, just be patient. It has done that before. Look, just to get out, okay? If you didn't get out after you see this, you have yourself to blame, right? So yeah, I like, okay? The one, oh, bros. I trim, of course. I had 3 put spread that I sold, of course, on this down move. They all expire. Thank you very much. Even a naked put. I sold a naked put before earning. That was a big gamble. That was my one crazy gamble last week. Trade. Yeah, it's no complaint here. I'm not adding. I think the short squeeze is done with. Uh, I'm thinking right now, my stop is of course the low of day right here, 32.28, I think, something like that. That's where I trim. And then I did not raise my stop, but I will do so now. Okay, if I get stop out, okay, I will jump back in and put an order in right around the 20-day moving average. Okay, so right here. Speaking of coffee, Starbucks. I sold a few put spread, 98, 95 on this weakness, but I think I have enough share. I don't mind selling put spread. It's low even on this ugly day. I even sold 96. Starbucks move on China news. Okay, simply that's where the growth is, and any kind of weakness in China economic data, you see weakness in Starbucks. Okay, but no doubt about it, they can do better. That's why the stock is the reason they do well in China. It's returning, but not as good or better than people expected. So you gotta have something better than expectation to really drive it. Um, that's Starbucks. Oh, speaking of China, Baba. I have been trading Baba for quite some time on this ugly dip. I sold put spread is basically 89, 86. Okay, I'm keep doing that. Of course, I pay attention to the 20 MA, right? But I think if the 20 MA is violated and it come down into the low 90s, right, then I sell 85, 82. I don't think if you want to be safe, you can do it lower. For me right now, 88, 85 is what I was selling, but I also look to sell 86, 83 put spread on Baba. Earnings coming up, target, be very careful. Yes, I sold a couple. One was 129, 126. I sold a couple of them, but I'm not gonna take a chance this week because earning is here. I'm gonna wait until earning to see where it's going, but yeah, it's scary. Okay, it's back to last earning right here. Look, ugly, and it basically had been sideways shrinkage problem. So yeah, be careful. Same thing with Ulta. Ulta earning is the following week, and that has been, and what a bounce. Okay, what a bounce. If you bought the dip and you didn't get out at the gap fill, you have yourself to blame. Okay, because it has round trip again, and I think Ulta is gonna have potentially the same kind of problem. Is they have no shrinkage, blah blah blah, and you're gonna see a sell-off again. So be careful there, and that should cover everything for the most part. Yeah, yeah. When Disney was like, I bought some Disney after hour on a cheap, and sold after hour at 91 plate that can help them turn this battleship, this tank cruiser, this aircraft carrier around. What is it? It's a very big company. Raising and gouging consumer at the park is insane. It's absolutely insane that people are spending hundreds of dollars to attend the parks. Other than that, is there any big here? Is bombs after bombs after bombs, and of course, subscription to that streaming is not growing. They have shrinkage there as well. So yeah, it's a whole lot of things. One thing that's good is, hey, if you want to take a look at the bright side, the writer strike. Okay, at least they're not wasting money there. Yeah, at least they're not wasting money there, because we come down into like the mid 80s, and they can, on market weaknesses, sell spread. Okay, sell 86, 83 spread. That had done me very well for a couple weeks. Okay, it done very well. Forget a couple weeks. For the last 3 months, I have been selling a dozen or more put spread, if not more like 2 or 3 a week. Yeah, I'm not touching it here. There's no need to chase it here. Para bouncing in the zone. Okay, nothing exciting here either. Okay, so I don't hate it, but at the same time, I have enough share. I don't need to buy anymore into Paramount. Um, oh, how can I not talk about healthcare? There's too many. ELV. Uh, Once again, it's at the zone where there is no reward to be long the health insured right here. Okay, if you have it, raise your stop, book your gain, enjoy your gain. But I don't have anything. I have nothing. I literally have nothing. Mana, I'm out there as well. Okay, it's at resistance. There's nothing left. Okay, it's the path of least resistance is down for this thing, in my opinion. There's no need to be in them. Cigna, same thing. Wow, nice move. Okay, this make no sense. This makes sense, but to me, the move is done. It's better to be on the sideline and wait for the next downdraft and then move in. Absolute last, week after week after week after week. Okay, it's 435, 430 spread. Yeah, occasionally I even sell 440, 435, or 450. So depending on where it is, but right now I have a couple of put spread at 435, 430, way down here below the ref low, right? So yeah, it's boring. Lockheed Martin has been probably my most sure trade this past year. For those that follow me, yes, I have share. My share exposure is small. I have like 50 shares, and they are in the red, but the put spread has been make quite a lot of money there compared to the loss in the 50 shares. Not a big deal. That's it for this week. Thank you for watching. Be careful. This week, could be another week of down move for a lot of big tech. Bye bye.